Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hi, my name is Nitin Pai and I am the director of the Takshashila Institution. Over the past several days, many friends have asked me about the farmers' agitation, whether the reforms are necessary, whether the demands made by the farmers are justified, and whether the protests are justified in the context of the reforms that have been proposed. And my answer is that it's complicated because none of the players, whether it's the government which rushed through the reforms through a truncated session of parliament, whether it's the farmers who are asking for a maximalist position that enshrines and continues to put the farmers in the trap that they've been in for 100 over years, are all expressed in methods which are not very constitutionally sound. So when you make a law that without too much of, when you make laws and change laws that have such a profound impact on society, without too much of discussion with all the stakeholders, you are going to run into a situation where instead of debating things in parliament, you're going to be debating them on the streets. And that is no way to run a democracy. Similarly, when you have demands of this nature and if you have to block streets and jeopardize the lives and livelihoods of other people, that is also not a civilized way to go about business. So there is a question of ends and means. And even if your ends are justified, are your means justified? And a civilized democracy, a republic, is a place where even if you have claims which are contrary to the law, which are contrary to even the constitution, you can pursue them through constitutional methods. When Ambedkar mentioned that satyagraha and non-violent civil disobedience are grammar of anarchy, what he was really saying is that when constitutional methods are available to you, you should not be protesting on the streets. The question therefore is, are constitutional methods available to you? And I think the farmers, I would say, are justified in making that judgment that maybe the constitutional methods are not working for them and therefore it's justified coming out on the streets. Similarly, the government might have decided that people are going to protest anyway, so we might as well do these reforms. The upshot is, or rather the downshot is, that the way we decide to conduct our politics, the way we decide to continue the life of this republic is under threat. Because the more you go into the grey zone, the more you will find that power is the only way you're going to answer questions of right and wrong. When might decides right and wrong, we are going to be in big trouble. So I think the moral really is not so much about agricultural reform, which has its own set of deep ideas and policy issues which are a separate debate. What I want to say is that we cannot be in this direction anymore. The further we go into this direction of a constitutional grey zone, it's going to be very hard for us to conduct public policy in this country. In fact, I would think that it's a major threat to the integrity of the Republic of India, and we must pull back before it's too late.